Yo guys, Haku here, just going to be doing sort of a quick theory slash discussion about how I think Brook knows the Vinsmokes. And this is kind of a pretty obvious idea that I think a lot of people would come to the same conclusion. And from a title I saw of a King of Lightning video, he probably came up with something even better than me thinking of this, but I'm just going to give my thoughts, and I haven't watched any other videos on it or anything, so if anybody has anything similar, we just came up with similar ideas after reading the same thing, and it's a pretty general, easy to guess idea, so I mean, it's obvious that a lot of people would kind of think this same thing. Getting into it, I'm going to explain like why it's relevant, and that's every time the Vinsmokes are talked about, Brook seems notably quiet, and we get panels of him being quiet. So they wouldn't give us just panels of Brook being quiet unless he had something to say but wasn't saying it. And I think personally that Brook seems distressed about the whole Vinsmoke thing. Like he's sort of torn. He has something he knows, but he doesn't want to say it. Like he doesn't want to worry anyone or like make them think differently of Sanji or himself, but he seems distressed about it. That's the best word I can use. Now, Brook has lived 90 years. Yeah, lived 90 years. But that would make it so that, if anyone, he has a bit more knowledge of the world, except maybe Robin from having traveled around, but Brook has a lot of knowledge of the world, years of wisdom, and for him to have met the Vinsmokes is, with his age, could be kind of likely. And I think the way he did this is that his crew were attacked and killed by people using poison. We don't know if he killed the enemies or if the enemies just attacked them, poisoned them, and left. So either way, they died of the poisoning, and the Vinsmokes are a family of assassins. Assassins likely use poison. So again, like I was saying, this isn't a big logical leap. This isn't a jump to say that the Vinsmokes could have been part of the people that attacked and killed Brook and his crew. And I especially think that this would be really cool and lend into the storyline if it was Sanji's, possibly his father or great-grandfather, but I think most likely his grandfather, if Sanji's grandfather was the one who had killed Brook himself by poisoning him. So I think that it would be interesting to have that come into play by having this arc with the tea party and the wedding and whatnot, something where Brook again meets the man who killed him, Sanji's grandfather, and maybe we get a 50 years later Brook versus Sanji's grandfather or something. I think it'd be really cool to see a storyline like that go down. And like I said, this was a really quick theory and discussion. That's pretty much all there is to it, because it's not like a big jump. It's not like it's some intricate thing with a lot of details. It's just Sanji's families are assassins. Brook seems to know about Sanji's family, and Brook was killed by people using poison. So it could have been assassins using poison that killed Brook and his crew, which could be the Vinsmokes. So I mean, it's not like a complicated theory or something with like a ton of different obscure evidence or anything. It's just sort of a straightforward, this is probably this kind of idea. Now, side note theory to throw in something extra for you guys, I do think Killer could be Sanji's brother just because, and a lot of people have said that because blonde hair, wears a mask. He could take off the mask, have the curly eyebrows and whatnot. It would be hilarious, and he was pretty assassin-like in his like design and movements pre-time skip. So that would kind of make sense, and it would also explain like Sanji hates Zoro because Zoro reminds him of his older brother, and Killer and Zoro are pretty similar in being like they don't use devil fruits, they use blades, and they are the voice crack are the only two non-captain of the worst generation. Non-captains of the worst generation. So yeah, that's all I've got. Just a simple and quick video. Like if you liked it, share if you want to share it with anybody. Subscribe for more One Piece, Tower of God, Walking Dead, and more, much more. Anime every week. That was probably distracting. Yeah, follow on Twitter if you want updates. I'll see you guys around.